try ones.
something we don't understand.
I don't understand it either. But next weekend on the Drive-In Asylum late movie, next Saturday night at 11 p.m., we're going to be welcoming Justin Burning onto the program.
He's the author of Handheld Hell, The Outbreak of Homemade Horror, entire book about shot on video. So he has written and interviewed a lot of people. Leif Jonker, who's always in the chat, is interviewed in the book. So really excited to learn more about his quest to learn more about shot on video, and been trying to get him on the show for a bit. So we're very excited.
And this is the kind of jam that we've been doing for Visual Vengeance. This type of movie, these shot on video, low budget masterpieces. And I haven't seen this one, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh my God, Bill, get ready. It's going to blow your fucking mind. There's some insane shit in this movie, and it's made by teenagers at the time, and it's really something. It's going to upset a lot of folks. So exciting. I didn't realize when we went into this that Robert Lanzig was Gary Seven from Star Trek. From the backdoor pilot, where he had his cat, that's what he was from. So pretty cool. And that Joe McDonald was Lily Munster in the attempted the Munster's Revenge movie from '81. She's also Amy Lee in the Chuck Norris movie The Octagon. So that's pretty exciting.
I could have sworn you said Lily Muppet.
I did earlier to you. Yes, I sure did. Much earlier. She's also in the movie Spiker. She's a ton of TV work she was in. And of course, like everybody, one episode of Heart to Heart. Everybody had one in them, right?
They had a couple in them. Some of them.
And Becca's eagle eye spotted Nita Talbot. She's Camille, the psychic from Puppet Master 2. And she was also in Amityville 92. It's About Time, which is probably my favorite of the Amityville sequels after number 2. It's the Canadian Canexploitation Canadian VHS era of those. But I really dug Island Claws watching it again. I think there's some fun stuff going on in it. And I kind of like the idea. Yeah, and I said to Bill, what I'd really like to do is remake this as like an HBO series where we spend a lot of time with each character and really get to know them. And like 10 episodes, and really the crabs don't come out for many, many episodes later.
There was a huge human drama element to this script.
It's about different races coming together. It's about there's only how many women are in this town, Bill? 3?
It looked like about 3.
Yeah.
The Haitians seem to have more women amongst them.
Yeah.
But there weren't enough women. I mean, there weren't too few women in this town for that young dude who was injecting these crabs with this growth hormone to find his own little action. That was really not fair. There was no justice in this movie whatsoever.
The bullshit science in this movie, that college is no bigger than CCAC in Pittsburgh, right? Like it's CCAC is gigantic compared to it. The Community College of Allegheny County, that's the local school. It's at best a circuit college or a community college. They have DNA there that can manipulate crabs.
They had all the best shit at that little school that looked like it was nailed together with a couple of boards and some fish tanks.
They didn't even have a. I like when he's like, I don't know how we're going to capture this giant crab. And he goes, maybe in the lab we have something, but I don't think we have anything big enough. You need a fucking building to hold this crab. It's a big crab.
That's part of why I said there was no justice. First of all, it was the kid's fault. It was also this doctor's fault. And what does he end up doing? He crashes his truck and nearly takes out a whole bunch of other people doing it. And he dies in the crash. He doesn't have to face the consequences of what he's done. This giant crab. He gets a glimpse of it, but that's all.
Also, like, they put a hypodermic needle into a shotgun to fire it at a crab.
It's a real thing.
And Blast Fighter, maybe, like the Lombardo Bava movie. That's the whole point. Like, Blast Fighter can fire anything out of his gun. Like there's a whole poster explaining it. But like also, wouldn't the guy who had the gun who runs the diner, like wouldn't he be better shot than the kid? Like I don't trust that kid is the one that fucked everything up. They hate the Haitians, they should hate that kid.
Yeah, that's really they didn't have much of a capacity for for figuring out where what their problem was, but more importantly, at the moment of truth, when the mob encountered the Haitians, all it took was for them to say, Robert Lansing to say, "Hey, they got a sick little girl here," and
Yeah,
the mob leader was like, "Oh, here, you can use my boat."
yeah.
It happened like that.
Also, Robert Lansing has a journey in the beginning. He's making out with a girl that works with him. He's cooking, he's running the bar, and he's
Yeah,
also and then he goes out and grabs a harmonica and he goes, "Time to join in." Like there's like 10 people in this town, 7 of them can play music instruments. Well, not 6 now after that guy died in his tiny house. His bust into a tiny
yeah,
house.
his
Yeah.
schoolie. He
Yeah,
was, one of the tiny house pioneers,
yeah.
although it looked like he did not have solar.
No. RIP, you know?
I didn't see evidence of any running water there either.
Also, one would have to think it's hot as balls in that town, right?
Oh, it's gotta be.
And they just have, like, eggs sitting on the bar. Like, I know they're in vinegar and stuff like that, but, like, there's eggs and pig feet just sitting on the bar in the heat and the humidity. Okay, everybody here has a much stronger stomach than me, quite honestly. I mean, definitely everybody in the world has a stronger stomach than me right now, but, definitely in this movie, they do.
There were a lot of dogs in this movie too. Not all of them survived. That dog
No.
scene really got to me.
Yeah.
The dog scene, which, that's always a cheap way to get some
Yeah.
emotion out of an audience, but the other one was, the racist guy's moment of redemption where he, like, he's like, "Here, you use my boat," and then he gets right into the middle of this battle with a crab.
Oh,
It was moving,
I like the
to
guy
say
that
the
pulled off
least.
the piece of the building, like a piece of wood and whatever, and just started swinging it at the crab. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that doesn't seem like what will work. He's like,
That
"But
crab
what?"
was pretty nice looking, wasn't it?
Oh, it was great looking. Especially when they shot it Italian style with all the fog behind it. It was like, "Yeah, this is a cool looking." I'm sure there was
Yeah.
just second unit shooting that crab all day.
Yeah, it was just, it didn't move very well, but I mean, when I say that, I mean, it didn't move side to side like a crab you would expect to see. There's only one moment where it's like looking into the house or the building after it
Yeah.
tears a hole in the roof and you see it like move into into the opening. But that's what we want. We want that like crab moving action. It couldn't deliver that. The arms were well done though. It was actually pretty well animated
Shout out to
in that regard.
Bra Watt for all the crabs that she brought into the movie, and her son Mort or whatever his name was.
Couldn't
Bra Watt really did a good job, and the people of
couldn't have done
town,
it without you, Barbara.
people that she's like, I have $400. I need 400 crabs. Let's do it, or we're gonna send the actors into the ocean to get crabs. Robert
Give some of
Lansing's
them
like,
50 cents for their crab. You don't have to give
yeah,
a dollar for every crab.
you know that they did like a premiere in the town, like I said to you, and there were people like, "That's my crab," and they got in a fight in the audience. They're like, "No, no, that's my crab."
Yeah.
But
Well, you didn't get the crab back.
no,
I think that's what we decided.
they
You
served the
know,
crabs at the wrap party.
a dollar crab, that means we're buying the crab from you. You're not getting it back. In
You're
fact,
not getting a
it's
crab back
probably going to die a horrible death on screen.
in a burning bus. My crab died in a burning bus. Uh,
Those crabs slashed her tires on her bike. That was vandalism.
at the end, when they have that big crab, we know that it's irradiated, but someone is going to try to sell that big claw and just turn it into a restaurant thing. Because obviously
Hmm.
nobody here cares about food safety, as we've already established. They're just going to leave that crab out. They don't need a freezer for it. They're just going to crack it and start serving right out of the claw, all you can
I
eat.
mean, It's not like John Tapper's gonna go through there and start yelling at them for doing
You're
that.
ruining it. We should have John Tapper come to the half shell and try to fix it. He's like, look at this. You
You're
got the
serving
eggs out.
irradiated crab meat. Would you eat this?
Yeah, he's like, the eggs are on the bar. Look at these eggs. You're making out and back with your waitress, not even paying attention. Look, you're out partying with harmonica. There's 3 guys that haven't. How long you been waiting for a beer?
Your father loved crabs, and this is his legacy, this bar. I'm
You
going to
sh-
help you save it. I'm
you're
going to
shitting on
set you up with a lifetime subscription to Bartender.
your.
I'm
I
going to
love that show
rebrand your
so
bar. I'm
much.
going to bring it back.
Yeah. You know that he would come up with a whole new. It wouldn't be the half shell anymore. It's gonna have a new gimmick, and everybody's got like
Well,
uniforms.
that could be the emotional core of the episode. Those episodes always have some kind
Yeah,
of emotional core. And if they're really desperate, then they'll have the bar owner be like real territorial about the name.
yeah,
And it's like, will he or won't he change the name of the bar?
yeah. And finally, he's like, you know what? It's a fresh start after the crabs killed everybody. The Haitians all get a job in the kitchen, and you
He would
know,
have his own expert Haitian chef
yeah,
that
that's
he
the
would
thing.
bring
He
in. This guy's
rebrands
the
it as
best.
a Haitian, but there's no Haitian bars in this area, and it's a cuisine no one's experienced.
And we've suddenly got all these Haitians that live in the area. So
Yeah,
let's open a Haitian bar.
yeah. It seems like the right idea. The girl in the coma, don't know if she lives, Steve. Sorry, no follow up on her.
Colette. Oh,
Yeah,
little Colette. They left that thing wrapped around her head too, her head scarf.
yeah.
Like she was unconscious for a whole day, and they left her lay there with her head all wrapped up like that. But I want to know what happened to her. I mean, the crab knocked her over, and then she was unconscious for a day. So what was
The other
going
girl
on
was in a
there?
coma too. The other girl that got attacked by the crab.
You think the crabs were poisoning their victims like the snake from Spasms?
I think that they're related somehow.
I don't know who gave me that idea.
Spasmy, maybe me. I think those little crabs are terrifying.
Did
And
you?
yeah, I mean, just think you wake up and they caused all those accidents. Like that was like the end of the world. Like there was nobody out, and they're like, "What's going on?" And there were just crabs crawling over bodies and sparks and stuff. The crabs
Oh, I
caused
like
that.
that part. I
Yeah,
like
I
that
love.
part a lot more than I remembered because,
Yeah,
like you said when we were watching it, you were like, "We don't want to see the aftermath. We want to see that big crab
yeah,
tearing it up." But you know what? I think that was pretty creepy.
yeah. It is. They didn't have the budget for the crab attack, nor a creature that
Yeah,
was convincing. So they're like, let's just show what happened after.
I thought that was enough because they hadn't done the big reveal yet. So they were kind of teasing you with it. They're like, "Look what it did. It
Yeah,
tore up all this shit and it stomped over people's cars and wrecked their houses." Then you finally see it and you're like,
yeah, it's fun.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'll buy it. But
It roars though. Why does it roar?
because
What's it roaring with?
it was talking to Jaws.
Jaws 4.
Jaws 4, yeah. It's like, what if the shark roars and it's a psychic killer that hunts a family through salt water and fresh water? And they're like, you should roar too when you knock over a bus. He's like, great idea. And they did it. But I like Island Claws. It's good. I think this is but could you imagine watching this on the CBS late movie? It would be like a 3.5 hour movie.
Oh, yeah. They stretched those time
Oh,
slots out. It seemed like forever because that was late back then,
there would
staying
be
up at
so many
11:30.
commercials. You would have enough time to go to the bathroom, make a sandwich, eat the sandwich, have the sandwich work through your system, go to the bathroom again, and come back and still watch 2 more commercials.
Once again, we've gone into the scatological.
I'm sorry. It's the
It's
stomach
just
thing.
tonight's theme. That's
Yeah, it
all.
is. Yeah. I blame Jen. I'm just kidding.
I don't
Uh,
think it was Jen that brought it
no,
up.
I think it was me. I blame me. 100% blame me. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming out and watching both these movies. Let us know in the chat if you liked it and what you thought of it. And was it your first time?
Yeah, was this your first Night of the Claw, or was it
Yeah.
your second Night of the Claw, etc.?
Were you a Knight of the Claw virgin? It's okay. You can tell us.
We're here to talk about that.
Yeah. Nora's here. Hello, Nora. We got,
Oh, Nora, you're really late.
yeah. Mike Justice gave it a
Oh,
B plus. First time loved it. Steve Wilson said it was fun. Tracy loved the authentic crab roar. They should have that crab poop out its mouth, as Becca told me. That
yeah, that's
crab.
kind of gross.
Yeah.
They
Daryl
are
said,
very strangely constructed creatures,
yeah.
crabs.
Nora's a virgin since she missed both films. Daryl said first and probably last. Mandy said first time watch.
Daryl. That's fair, Daryl. I remember thinking that this movie was pretty bad the first time I saw it too. It grows on you. It really does. And I really got into the 50s vibe of it because you never saw the monster in a 50s movie until the end either.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of liked that about it. And I like the way it, like we said earlier, like that scene of the destruction that it caused, and also the part where it came through the house. I thought
Yeah.
that was pretty well done.
It's a
The
good
big
drive-in
claw.
movie. It's an enjoyable movie to watch at the drive-in. That's how I saw
It
it.
was like Earth versus the spider when
Yeah.
that claw came down through the roof.
I give it to Tracy too. It's pretty good except for the dog death. I could do without the dog dying.
Oh, I
Re-
know. That was pretty desperate, but for the
Yeah.
filmmakers to bring that in,
Yeah.
it was gratuitous.
Yeah. I don't think we needed that.
Well, he
But
was human. They were humanizing that tragic hero lead character that Robert Lansing was playing.
yeah, that's
You know,
probably it.
the IRA expatriate.
Yeah, what? Huh? Yeah, I really saw that come up in this. So yeah.
I was looking for it. I was really looking for it, and if it's in there, I missed it again. Because
Uh,
we were talking. We probably shouldn't have been talking, or maybe I was downstairs when they talked about it. I don't know. I'm
what
just
is this
saying.
ad, Bill? What
What
is
is
what?
this ad?
I know what it is, but does anyone else in the chat know what is?
Tell us about what?
What is the whip in the body? Correct?
Yes, of course it is.
And it's playing with incredibly strange creatures. What?
That's the biggest what of all. Is
Yeah.
That's more like a why.
Do you think that Cash Flag came with this mask for this showing?
I hope so.
I've said it before on the show, but sometimes when I'm really depressed, I think that Cash Flag made masks of his face and showed up in theaters and ran through the audience with a knife during showings of this movie, which is incredible, right? That there was once a world where that was the special effect of this movie.
Mike says Commander USA showed what, and it was cut to ribbons. I'm
Oh,
sure.
you know what I love about it is that Christopher Lee, when he saw Bay of Blood, he was so mad at Bava, supposedly, that legend, right? That he's like, why are you wasting your time making movies like this? You're a classic director. He's like, but you were in The Whip and the Body, which is a filthy movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's funny because like a lot of old Italian Gothic before they were allowed to show everything. Do you know what I mean? Like all the nudity. It's even pervier. Like it's a
Yeah.
movie about people that love being. It's Strange Vice 7 or 8 years before they made it. Do you know what I mean? Like there's relationships with
It's
people that
kinky.
yeah, it's super kinky, and because they can't say anything, it's even kinkier. Like Christopher Lee, you knew what you were doing.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He's got no high horse to be on.
Yeah. But anyway, I love The Whip in the Body.
Then he
Also
did
coming
that
out.
werewolf incest movie too. That
Oh,
was gross too. Halloween or Halloween too. Howling too. Your
yeah.
sister is a
Your
werewolf.
sister is a Muppet.
Your sister was Lily Muppet.
uh, the Whip in the Body is coming out on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber in March. So if you don't have a copy, grab it now because it's definitely worth it. I love that movie. Okay.
Ah,
Oh, the skull.
some
I love the
Cushing.
skull.
Well, some more Lee, Christopher Lee in this one,
Yeah.
and some Peter Cushing too on the side.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful.
Not to be confused with the Screaming Skull.
No.
You're screaming in this movie and not the skull.
Good night. Mandy says good night. She's tapping out. So good night, everybody.
Oh, good night, Mandy. We got 16 people hanging out with us. That's cool.
Yeah. That's awesome. It's for 2 a.m, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you want to make him stay up late?
The skull. The skull.
I was sorry. I was fiddling with my cigar off camera,
Oh.
of course.
The beach girls and the monster.
This movie is kind of. I hadn't seen this movie. I didn't know what it was when I
Yeah.
found this ad earlier this week, and then I watched it. I like it.
I knew you would love it.
Did you?
Yeah. The guys up in that made what do you call it? Heard She Got Married and Heard She Got Killed. Like those modern media guys love this movie, and they kind of base their films on the way this movie feels. So
Yeah.
I love this movie. I love this poster too. It's like it's really trying to set it up like a beach movie, and then the monster's just kind of hiding behind it. Oh
Anyway, I loved the combination of the rock and roll that those kids are listening to. And in fact, that even becomes a plot point, sort of, in the film. Uh, well, anyway, The Beach Girls and the Monster. It's well worth seeking out. And Horror Castle.
yeah, what a night!
Oh, what a night. As
Late.
Shawn Midas would say. Look at this.
Oh,
The
oh my
word
god.
scum was too much. I had to show this because I
Oh,
just need somebody to explain to me why the
oh.
phrase scum of the earth was so objectionable that they had to replace it with some of the earth,
Is
which makes
this Scum of the Earth 2, or is this the movie Bayou that was retitled Scum of the Earth?
this is Herschel Gordon Lewis's
Ah, okay.
Scum of the Earth
Okay.
from 65 or
Oh,
64 or 65.
yeah.
Um, and apparently, this newspaper in Phoenix thought that the word scum was too much.
Oh my god. You know, Rob Zombie would say that. Scum of the Earth, come on.
He would say that
Yeah, he would.
a couple of times, probably.
Yeah, in a row and just dance around. Oh, Bill, thank you.
Just for you, Sam.
No one is allowed to leave. See it at your own risk.
Yeah, let's talk about that a second.
To be fair, when this movie came out in the early 60s, the murders in it are very intense. They're intense today. Like there's a woman whose wrist gets sliced in a bathtub. There's people's faces getting burned. You know what I mean? Like there's some it's the pornography of violence as they said back then. But man, I love this movie. It's in my top 10 movies of all time. It's another movie like just watching the trailer for it makes me happy inside.
Well, Sam, the shocks were guaranteed, and there were supposed to be 8 of them.
I there's quite a few.
So I guess they were going to give you your money back since it was a guarantee, right?
Exactly, yeah. You're
Like, hey, I was
guaranteed.
shocked 7 times, but not 8.
Well, you know what? You can't leave. You got to stick around.
Oh,
That's
that's
the,
true.
so
By that time, you've been shocked so many times, you don't want to get your money back. You just want to go.
yeah.
Oh, well, I guess we're back to what?
Hey, you want to see
What?
what? Here's what came in the mail this week.
Yeah.
One thing came in the mail. Two things. One thing I bought, but if you didn't buy this yet, and you should buy it, MVD is putting out a non-limited edition version of Impulse. It's got a pretty cool embossed cover. It doesn't have the painting. It's missing a couple of the extras, but otherwise, it has everything else. And that's going to be out in the next couple weeks. So if you missed it, you can still get it from the great folks at Grindhouse Releasing, who do amazing work all the time, and we're big fans of their stuff. So Impulse is a great movie. And finally, I got this at a Half Price Books. Shocked that they had it. Fuck the Devil 1 and Fuck the Devil 2, Return of the Fucker. Vinegar Syndrome and AGFA release. That back cover is worth getting it just for that. Shot on video. Really fun movie. So recommend both of those. And this week on the site, more Film Ventures International all week. I have 9 movies left, and I've watched every movie that they produced or distributed. Pretty exciting. And then on the podcast this week, 2 episodes went up. There's a Canon episode because my friends at the Canon ended their podcast. So I did the 10 Canon storybook movies, which are not fun to watch. But I did those as part of the episode, and a Sylvia Christel movie, and can't remember what the other one is in that episode. Oh man! Oh, Master of Dragonard Hill, another horrible Harry Ellen Towers era of canon movie. And then the regular episode for this week is Bill, one of our favorite movies, The Sentinel. So you can hear me talk about The Sentinel for about 15 minutes and how much I
Michael Winner, what have you done?
So love him so much. I recorded 3 more today, so get ready. Speaking of maybe a tease, one of my favorite movies showed up on Tubi this week. Thunder and Thunder 2. Not Thunder 3, though, but the first 2 Thunder movies, the Fabio De Angelis Rambo ripoffs starring Mark Gregory from the 2 Bronx movies, are up on Tubi. My hope is that because these are on Tubi, someone has made a better quality copy of them, and someone is going to release these on Blu-ray. None of them are on DVD even in the U.S. So here's the hope, but they're on Tubi right now. If you are in the mood to say, I'd like to watch First Blood, but I wish it was about Native Americans that are Italian, there it is for you. So super excited.
You know what movie I watched this week that I hadn't seen in a long time? The Stuff.
Aw, I love it. With Garrett Morris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark wanted to watch it.
Oh wow.
Out of the blue. Like he was like, I don't think I remember that movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's good. And we watched it and it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's one of my favorite Larry Cohen movies, though, I have to say.
I
was
watched
talking
it.
about this with Mike Justice earlier this week, and he said the same thing, that it was kind of like not as good as Q. And
there are parts of it that are really good, though. Like,
oh yeah, it's not.
I think maybe because I am coming from the world of advertising, that there's some of the advertising parts that I really like.
Yeah, it's funny. That stuff's really funny.
Yeah. I just watched a Larry Cohen this week too, and I just got to As Good as Dead, his last movie. It's a TV movie with where Tracy Lords and Crystal Bernard from Wings switch identities, and it also has who else is in it? George Dickerson, yeah, Judge Reinhold. That's the other actor in it. But it's like, who would? I think Crystal Bernard's attractive and stuff, but she's not Tracy Lords. You know what I mean? Like, that seems a little bit of a jump to do. But there you go. I think Q is really good. I even like Evil Stepmother, as goofy as it is. I'm a big Larry Cohen fan. God Told Me To is really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I really like Bone too, one of his early movies. That movie is really good. I think he made some really interesting films, and they're all so different. Oh, Nora asked, can Bill or Sam explain Tender Dracula to me? I really loved it. I'm pretty confused. Was he really a vampire? What was up with his wife? Bill, I've never seen that. So
I haven't seen it either.
I'll tell you what, I'll watch it and we'll see.
Yeah, maybe we can do it on the show.
Yeah.
Tender Dracula sounds really good.
Yeah, let me look that up. Tender Dracula. I've seen Dracula in the Providences, but I've never seen Tender Dracula.
Have you seen Dracula the Dirty Old Man?
Yes.
How about Dracula Sucks?
Yes.
which always seemed like a very strange way to market a straight porn film.
Yeah, it's a little goofy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch Tender Dracula. I'm looking through the stuff for it. Yeah, it's totally up my alley. So yeah, I'm excited to watch it. So can't wait. Ah, tomorrow I'll tell you what's up tomorrow, Bill, on the site.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we got Gamera versus Barragan because that's one of the Film Ventures movies that they copy and pasted into saying they owned it. Kill Me Gently, Alive or Preferably Dead, Boot Hill, and The Force Beyond, which is a bullshit science tabloid exploitation movie. And Bill, Tuesday or Monday, a Film Ventures movie you love is going to be on the site. Massage
Beyond the
Parlor
Door. Oh,
Massage
Massage
Parlor
Parlor Murders.
Massage Parlor Murders, and then Tuesday The Dark. So a lot in the Fifth Floor. So there's a lot of ones you like coming up.
I like pretty much anything that's FBI related.
Oh, today had Legend of Blood Castle and Don't Go in the House and The Power. So these are all movies that we love. So
I hadn't seen The Power till we did it on the show.
I really liked it. I think it's kind of ramshackle, but it's fun.
Yeah, I dig it too. Thanks to Roger Braden for selecting that one. All right, so anything else we want to talk about before we sign off?
I got the credits rolling already, so I think you're done.
They're rolling?
Yeah, they're rolling on the third screen.
Oh, well,
there we go.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I was like, wow, Bill's like, and good night, everybody.
I am not ready for the credits to roll. I'm sorry. That probably means that there was audio going on over top of it too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to end the program just then.
Yeah.
And now, like, my mouse is frozen. We may be stuck on here all night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Albert Medaleski, I hope I'm saying your last name right. Welcome to the show. Yeah, we just he's new. And we just finished watching Island Claws and Spasms, which you can go watch on your own. You can go back and watch the chat segments on YouTube at any time. But yeah, come next week we'll be on at 11 o'clock. But usually we're on at 8 p.m. Eastern, and next week we'll be on at 11, and we're doing the Polonia Brothers movie. What is the name of it, Bill?
Hallucinations,
shot on video, and very strange. So it's going to be pretty exciting. So that'll be next week. And
with special guest Justin Burning.
Yeah, who just wrote a great book about the history of shot on video and did a lot of really major interviews in it and tracked some folks down. So I'm really excited to hear what he has to say about it and talk through it with him. Because that's definitely something Bill and I are into, because we've done a lot of the commentaries too. So
we hope to do more. And I think maybe now I can bring that back in without feeling afraid.
Yeah. Bill, thanks again as always for doing the show. Love doing it. Don't forget the Drive-In Monsterama is coming up. Order your shirts now on their page, and order pretty soon. Tickets will be available. They're also going to be showing Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and Day of the Dead on April 13th, all in one night. Holy shit, right?
It's a big idea to get used to.
It really is. Don't come for the second night where they just show the other ones that what's his name did, the John Russo ones. I would come for that the second night.
Yeah, I'd go for that too.
Yeah,
I'm not proud.
I'm gonna actually drive through where Russo shot those tomorrow. There, it's right in Beaver Falls when you get off the exit of the turnpike. It makes me laugh every time I go past it. But
thanks everybody for coming and hanging out.
Yeah, thanks to everybody that came in, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and what else did I want to say? Oh, the t-shirts. Go to the Super Drive-In Super Monsterama Facebook page. You can place an order for the new April Ghouls t-shirt designed by me, or you could just buy one when you go to the show in April.
Yeah.
We'll see you next. Movie at 11 p.m. See ya.
Under 17 not admitted without parents or guardian. Under 17 not admitted without parents or guardian.